Hi everyone, and a very good day to Dr. Hapini. So we are from Group B, and today we are going to present our research method on factor influencing university student belief in and use of AI generated content. So let me introduce ourselves first. Our group consists of 3 members, in which I am Yo Song Chao, number metric 30134, Lo Qian Wei, number metric 3024449, and Tan Yinrui, number metric 297729. Okay, let's start. Our research used quantitative study that updates the classic TAM technology acceptance model to investigate whether the ease of use of AI tools influence student belief and use of AI generated content. To explain this, basically we want to answer one big question in which we know students use AI because it is easy, but do they actually trust the content of it? So, in conclusion, we need to see how students really interact with the AI today. Next, I'm going to present the research problem and objective of our project. Let's start with the problem first. We have seen a shift whereby the students are no longer just consuming the information, but they are also an active creators by using generative tools like ChatGPT. But there is a gap whereby we know that the student use AI because it's easy, but does the ease of use means that they just generally trust the output and the contents or not? Well, for our research objective, first is to examine the influence of precise ease of use (PEOU) of AI tools on the intention of students to use AI-generated content. Second, to analyze how the perceived usefulness (PU) of AI-generated content affects students to believe that it is credible or not. Third, to determine the relationship between student beliefs in AI-generated content and their behavioral intention to use it. And lastly, to examine how the attitudes of students influence them to use AI-generated content. Moving on to the theoretical framework. So as we said, to analyze this, we extended the technology acceptance model (TAM), whereby there are independent variables, mediating factors, and dependent variables. We separated the factor into 2 rows, in which the two of perceived ease of use (POU), for example, is it easy to use? Second, the content of perceived usefulness (PU), for example, is it useful? We also added belief and attitude of AI contents in the middle. We propose that a student must first trust the content before they will fully accept it for the academic task. And lastly, the intention of students to use AI tools as the dependent variables. Next, for our research methodology, let us look at the 4 main parts, which are research design, population and sample, data collection, and data analysis. First, for the research design, we have conducted a quantitative cross-sectional study to capture how a student's perceptions at a single point of time to enable correlation analysis between the variables. Next, for the population, we focus on the UUM undergraduate student, while for the sample size, we survey for about 150 respondents by using purposive sampling. So why we use purposive sampling is that we specifically target students who already have experience with AI tools to ensure our data was accurate. Thirdly, data collection, in which it is a quantitative survey through online questionnaire on the Google form to ensure the accessibility and the rapid response collection. For example, all the items are measured using 5-point Likert scale. Last but not least, for the data analysis, we use SPSS version 29 to analyze the results like descriptive statistic, reliability analysis like Cronbach alpha, and Pearson correlation to test our hypothesis.
So we are creating 150 response from the respondent, and the respondent majority are females and come from the school or business. So for the reliability statistic, we analyze the item by the Corban alphas and the value is 0.ss9. That means our instrument items are consistency and reliable. So for the descriptive statistic, we analyze the mean score for these set items, and all the items are over 4.0 and show the responded a strong agreement with our items. So we analyze the Pearson correlations for our hypothesis, and all the hypotheses are supported because the values are all show moderate or strong positive correlations. And for the first hypothesis is the PC ease of use will influence students intend to use the AI generated content, and the second is persist usefulness will influence students to believe the AI generated content, and the third one is belief will influence the student intend to use the AI generated content, and the last one is the attitude of the student will influence they intend to use the AI generated content.
So for the critical insight got three points. The first point is usability drive adoption. So this is our stronger finding is that perceived ease of use is the top predictor of whether students intend to use the AI tools. The correlation is solid. So this means the student love tools that feel effortless, intuitive, and fast. The smooth, friction-free interface of modern AI like ChatGPT expand their quick popularity, so the student get instant answer without much deliberation. So they skip the slow evaluation process. In short, it is easier that will use it. So this underscore why usability is often the gateway to the adoption. So the second point is the trust gap. So we can see that the correlation between the perceived usefulness and the belief in credibility is much lower compared to the ease of use. So the critical insight is they are disconnect because students find AI super helpful and convenient, but they still casual about fully trusting it because they worry about the accuracy and reliability. So the convenience win over the trust. They will use it, but they will verify the output. So the last point is attitude matters significantly. So this point is a positive attitude toward AI strongly predict intention to use it with a strong correlation. So it is not just about the features, the student emotion and evaluation play a huge role. Their views are shaped by friend, media story, and personal experience. A good attitude can drive sustained use beyond just try it out once. So for the conclusion, this study refers successfully validated that the technology acceptance model TM can effectively expand the generative AI adoption among the university students with the important meanings like usability dominate the initial adoption, which students can gravitate towards tools that minimize the cognitive effort. Trust remains a barrier. Belief in content credibility lags behind the perceived usefulness. It represented a critical gap in deeper AI integration. And the last is attitude shaped behavior. A positive perception significantly influences the sustained usage intention. So, recommendation for the university and the educator is focus from teaching how to use the AI tools to developing the critical information literacy, like teaching the student how to verify, validate, and critically evaluate the AI generated content. Then for the policymaker is develop institution guidelines that balance AI adoption benefit with economic integrity standard addressing the truth gap identified in the research. Then for the future research is expand this study to other Malaysian university and international contents to compare results across different education, culture, and technology infrastructure. So this is our reference for this research. That's all for our presentation. Thank you.